Hello and welcome to this week's episode of The Shooting Show. On this week's episode we are joining Stuart Eborall as he heads out onto the last of the Rodo stalking. With a hard and heavy lambing season coming up, we join Mark Ripley as he's out on the foxes with a new bit of kit from Pulsar. Let's see what he's brought with him and how he gets on.
This week, as is often the case, I'm out doing a bit of foxing. Now I've got with me the Pulsar Duo to have a little play around with, so I'm going to set this up on my 223, zero it and see what it's all about. Well, this is the Pulsar Duo. So this scope uses a thermal sensor and also combines it with a colour day screen. So it'd be interesting to see exactly what this is like. It's very much, looking at it, looks very much like the Thermions. Well, it is a Thermion, but this is the latest incarnation of it. Nice little scope though, nice and compact, 30mm tube, so we can use our, as always, sports match mounts on it. Right, let's get set up and get this on the 223 and get shooting. So I've already got a thermal scope set up on this rifle, but I'm using the Sports Match quick release mount with this, so I can take that off, and when I'm ready I can put that back on there and I won't lose zero. So very good little mounts these. Right, so plonk one on the back, another one about there, I'm just putting these rings together just loosely for the moment, just so I don't lose any of the screws and or drop the scope, and then I can just get it set up, make sure it's upright and make sure the eye relief is correct. Power it up. So just level it up. I'm not going to go too mad with this because I'm not going to be shooting particularly long distances, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball that for level. That looks pretty good. Right, pinch that down tight and we are ready to zero. Right, so I didn't bring a screwdriver with me, so let's just improvise a little bit here. Precision gunsmithing at its best. Don't try this at home. Okay, right, we are good to zero. So I'm going to zero with these Federals. I don't normally use Federal, I normally use Hornady, but they didn't have any of the 53 grain Super Performance at my local shop, which I normally use, so I've opted for these. But these are 53 grain Hornady, so basically there's the same bullet head in there, the VMAX bullet, so shouldn't be an awful lot different. Maybe just not quite so fast according to the bullet speed on there, but still should shoot pretty well and do the business. Hope so, because I bought about 100 rounds, so wants to. Oh no, I'm going to get my new boots muddy. Right, I'm going to start off only about 30 yards from the truck, just to get the initial zero. I'll just bore sight it and then get a couple of rounds on this target and then move it back. Well, surprisingly enough, that's near bang on. Excellent. Right, well, I'll put that out a bit further then. Good, that saves a bit of ammunition. Right, so I'm a bit high. So let's sort that out. So that was my first shot, and then that was the two further shots once I'd adjusted the zero down. One with the day mode and then one with the thermal. So happy with that. Right, so that's the rifle zeroed in 4 shots. I'm quite impressed with that as it goes. Well, I was a little bit lucky with the first shot because it was bang in line. It was just a little bit high, but it was on the target. So all I had to do was just move that target out to 100 metres and have another shot. And it was probably about 3 inches high. So I just adjusted the scope up for that using the freeze frame method. And next shot was bang on. And I've just had a little play around as well, going from day and night mode, because you've got 2 different channels there. You need to zero both of them independently. Now that sounds like a bit of a pain, but to be honest, it's not that bad, because I've found that you can use the screen freeze frame system, so you can get bang on with one, and then you can just change it over and it stays frozen on the same image. So it's very easy just to adjust the other crosshair up to the same point of impact. So I'm pretty confident now that 100 metres, both profiles and the or both systems, or whatever you want to call it, both channels I should say, are shooting in the same place. So yeah, so far I'm liking what I see. So we'll take it out now and have a look, see if we can find a fox. Right, so this evening I've come out to one of my mates' bits of ground. He's come out with me. He's currently down the other end of the valley at the farm, and all through this valley we've got sheep and young lambs. All the ewes and young lambs are out. They've recently just been turfed out on here. They've lost a lamb already. It's only been a few days, but anyway, we've come up to have a little look and just watch over the flock and just see if there's any foxes around. We've shot quite a few on here recently, but yeah, it's a nice clear evening, dry for once. It's very cold, but that's good for the thermal. So yeah, we're just going to have a little scan around and just see if we can bump into a fox or two. Here we go, here's one already. He's coming through the sheep there. I didn't actually have the scope focused properly at this point, but you can see how that fox is going around checking the ewes and lambs one by one, and then when it catches a lamb out in the open just here, it makes a little dash for it, and it does make you wonder what would have happened if that lamb hadn't been quick to react. You need to be particularly careful when shooting in fields like this where you've got livestock all over the place, and I had to bide my time with this fox until it came to an open area with nothing behind it before I could take the shot. good. First one down. Thump straight over. Very straightforward kind of shot there for the 223. Nice still night. Not a problem at all. So that is the first one in the bag. Let's see if I find another one. Right, and there's that fox. That one's a vixen. Got some teeth on her. This fox knows I'm about. He's just sat watching me at the moment. I've tried squeaking him in, but he's not having any of it. Right, he's gone over the top. I think what I'll do is I'm just going to walk down and see if I can go over the top of that brow behind him and see if I can see him on the bank behind. Good, that's two down. He's just ran though. He's hit hard, but he's ran down towards the fence, so we'll walk down and see if I can see exactly where he's gone. Well, I found that fox. He left a trail of blood down the edge of this field here. He didn't run very far. He probably only came about 15-20 yards down this bank. He went straight into this bit of cover, and I can just see him under the brambles in here. But he's a bit too deep in there to try and retrieve. Although I can see him, I can't get him out. So I'm going to have to leave that one in there. But at least I know he's definitely dead. So we walk back over towards the sheep there and see if there's any more about. Right, so I've got a fox just on the edge of this wood here, and he's just about to walk out into the field by the looks of it. Hey! Right, so there's our fox. That's a dog fox. And that hit that straight in the chest by the looks of it, smashed the shoulder. Yeah, that's all broken up. Well, that's 3 for the evening, so I'm pretty happy with that. But as you can see, the rain's just started to set in, so I'm not going to be out much longer. But hopefully that's given you a bit of an idea of what the Pulsar Duo is actually like. First couple of foxes we had there were about 120 to 130 yards, and the last one was about 70, this one. So yeah, anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the episode, so please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.
I'm sure we'll see Mark accounting for plenty more foxes with the Duo in the next coming weeks. Now we join Stuart Eborall as he's out trying to finish off the last of his Rodo cull, and with plenty of beasts left on the ground, I'm sure he's up for finding the appropriate animal.
Morning, I'm Stuart from Warwickshire Wild Game. Welcome to the shooting show. So we're out on this buck around this morning trying to finish off my Rodo cull. We've got 3 weeks left to the end of the season. I've got 4, possibly 5 more to take off of here. I'm a little bit later on in the season than I'd have preferred, but I haven't been able to get onto this block of ground till recently. They do tend to hang out in certain areas, so we're just going to head up the track now and try and get into a few. Possibly have a day with it. So we'll just tease round it up. Pretty sure that shot was good. So we'll just give it a couple of minutes to make sure she reacted well to it. It sounded good. She just ran behind a bit of cover here where we can't see, but I'm sure she hasn't gone far at all. I have another, so she was with a mature buck, still in velvet, probably 4-pointer, and a little button buck as well. And then after we fired, down to the right, there's a ground falls away from us, and there's a hedge leading away. We had another mature doe come up. She stopped, perfect range, but had a branch directly in front of us, so we couldn't get a shot off frustratingly, but I was stalking. So we've just come around this bit of a pond to get eyes on her. You see her sat out there. Perfect sort of opportunity to make sure she's completely expired before we move in on her. I can see in the frost there's a good trail of blood, probably a heart-lung shot, so the amount of blood that she's left behind. So I'd say I'll just have one more check, but I'm pretty sure she's completely gone. She's completely gone. Go around, have a look. Is a Hornady 150 grain SST. She was slightly watering, so I think the entrance is just here. The entrance is spot on, but she was just quartering a bit more than thought, so we've got a bit of shoulder damage, but better losing meat than better losing some meat than losing a deer. So yeah, really happy with that. Those bullets have performed well again. You can see she's gone 15-20 yards, really strong blood trail. She's been pretty much dead on her feet. Successful stalk this morning. Took a nice mature Rodo. Still a couple more to take off this ground, but we are getting there slowly. Yeah, been a great morning for it. Lovely weather. Couldn't ask for better really. So we'll get this back in the chiller now, get her hung up, and she'll be processed in probably a week's time. Thanks very much for watching.
Well, it looks like the stars aligned for Stuart there. Sadly, that's all we've got time for on this week's episode of The Shooting Show, but make sure you like and subscribe for more videos, and if you're not a member of BASC, now's the time to join. My name's Chris Castle, and this has been The Shooting Show.
If you aren't a member of BASC, it's time to join now. BASC, looking after your sport, looking after you.